Take your hands out of your pocket, bro.
In Los Angeles, these officers are following a man allegedly carrying a gun.
Take your hands out of your pocket.
It's not a gun, bro, said the officer. Indeed, it's not a gun. It's a car part. But a few moments later...
Hey, drop it! 5-7, officer needs help. Shots fired, officer needs help.
The 3 shots did not kill the man.
All units, officer needs help.
But because he was still reaching for something...
Stop reaching for it! Moving. Stop reaching! Stop reaching for it! Stop reaching for it! Get cover, guys! Get cover! Get cover! Don't move!
Eventually, the police moved in and administered first aid.
We're going to have to handcuff him, roll him over, and handcuff him.
The police soon identified the man as 39-year-old Jermaine Petit. Petit had 2 prior arrest warrants, so authorities held him under arrest at the hospital.
Here is body-worn video from the officers involved in this incident.
In the videos of the July 2022 incident released by the LAPD, authorities acknowledged Petit had no gun.
Investigators recovered a 6-inch black metallic latch actuator.
But the police put the video in slow motion and insisted that what he was carrying looked like a firearm. They also said he turned towards the officers. But as the video shows, that's not when the police opened fire. Instead, when Petit took a few more steps running away from the officers, they shot him.
5-7,
And one of the officers who fired had just acknowledged his partner, saying, "It's not a gun."
What is? Bro, you said that's not a gun? Huh? Hey, drop it! Drop!
And do you see that police cruiser? One of the shots came from a sergeant driving it, even though shooting from inside a moving police vehicle is against LAPD policy. And never mind, of course, that Petit was unarmed and posed no imminent threat. The situation, though, was first reported to police as urgent and dangerous.
Southwest Division officers responded to a radio call of an assault with a deadly weapon suspect in the 4100 block of Edge Hill Drive.
He's black with dreadlocks. He looks like he's a transient.
Okay.
And I told him to leave, and he pulled out a gun.
Is he still there?
Looked like a black semi-automatic gun. Yeah, he's in front of the trash cans. I told him to leave, and then he asked me, "You leave? I'll leave. I want you can leave." And then all of a sudden, I saw a pistol in his hand.
Okay, is he still there?
He might be out there still.
Another 911 caller gave police dispatch updates on the suspect's location.
Hi, I just was called about a guy who's walking around with a gun, and I then saw police officers are looking for him, and I don't think they see him, but he just started walking up Degnan, just north of King, and I just wanted to get that information to them.
Hey, come here.
The officers got out of their police vehicle and attempted to contact Petit, whom they believed was armed with a handgun. The officers gave Petit repeated verbal commands to stop. However, Petit refused to comply with the officers' commands and instead continued to walk away.
The Los Angeles Police Department spokesperson, though, did not address this.
It's not a gun, bro. What is? Bro, you said that's not a gun? Huh? Hey, drop it!
The shooting was also recorded across the street on a residential surveillance camera. A few days after the shooting, and while Jermaine Petit was still in the hospital, Los Angeles police asked the city attorney's office to consider adding charges against Petit, including brandishing a replica firearm. That's right, after shooting Petit 3 times in the back because witnesses mistook an auto part for a gun, and police officers thought Petit might have a weapon, even though one officer said he did not, the police want Petit to be charged with pretending. The city attorney's office says a decision on such a charge has not yet been made. Meanwhile, the Los Angeles Police Department says its Critical Incident Review Division is now re-examining the police officer's actions. The review, which includes forensic analysis and witness statements, is expected to take months. Legal experts say that just watching the video for a few minutes establishes the police violated department policy and went against established court rulings on the use of lethal force. The experts point out that courts have repeatedly ruled that lethal force is only justified when police or the public face an imminent safety threat, like a driver running over people on the sidewalk or somebody shooting a gun or lunging with a knife. Even if police thought Petit had a gun, despite concluding he did not, walking down the street with a weapon away from police is not enough to justify opening fire. Furthermore, at the time police shot Petit, they did not know he had any outstanding arrest warrants. Now, to be fair, Jermaine Petit matched the description witnesses provided of a man they thought was threatening people with a gun, and Petit, as it turned out, has a record of violence. So the Los Angeles police are lucky. Any jury may not be terribly sympathetic to potential claims of civil rights violations. However, the LAPD is bolstering its reputation for shooting first and asking questions later. The LAPD also wasn't very honest in its early descriptions of this incident. The LAPD first said Petit had a gun, then police said he did not have a gun but did have a weapon. Then after a few days, police finally admitted Petit had been carrying an auto part. Nothing about this case is going to help police build issues of trust with countless Los Angeles residents. And community activists, while acknowledging the police chief still has not weighed in, say that if past is prologue, the review will be a whitewash. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.